your friends and colleagues and like this session because today we are going to see n number of different questions based on your AFM module. With this, let's see the first question. Remember, under your AFM now, whenever we start solving, always remember one thing, that each and every module is very important as per your AFM examinations or JAIIB examinations. So remember, try to avoid giving focus on any individual modules. Try to complete as much as modules you can do it, because then only you can target your marks above 80 plus. Okay? So with this, let's read the first question. Mart Limited planning to issue the equal bonus shares to their existing shareholders holding 30,000 shares at 10. But the accountant of the company is not able to decide how to use the amount from the reserves. Given the details below of the reserves, securities premium reserve 57,000, profit and loss account 1,45,000, general reserves 98,000, evaluation reserves 2,30,000. Which among the reserves will not be used to distribute the reserve and what amount? So in this, firstly they started with the bonus, correct? In the first line, they actually started this question based on your bonus. After that, from the second line, they diverted their question towards something else, that your accountant is not able to identify that how much amount you can use from your reserves. And ultimately, in last line, what they are asking? They are asking that which among the reserves, like securities premium, P&L, general reserves, evaluation, will not be used to distribute the reserve, and what amount. So if we talk about the bonus shares, okay, if we talk about the bonus shares, this means what? This means in which companies are issuing shares for free, correct? Means company is actually increasing their number of shares, but they are not receiving any cash, but no money or amount in return they are receiving it. So how they are going to issue? Because remember one thing, that always when we do the entry, when we pass the transaction entries, what we require? We require debit and credit, correct? You are increasing the number of shares, but how? You are not receiving any money, but we need to pass the double entry. So in this situation, companies actually use their reserves. In this kind of situations, company uses what? Their reserves. Okay, but one condition is there, that you can use your securities premium reserve for sure. You can reuse your profit and loss reserve, general reserves, but you cannot use revaluation reserves for distribution of bonus shares. So in this, your correct answer, reserve which will not be used to distribute the bonus shares, is your revaluation reserve. And what is the amount? The amount is 2,30,000, which will not be used for your distribution. So the correct answer is your option C. Apart from this, you can use securities premium, profit and loss, general reserves. In whatever ratio you want to distribute, you can use these reserves for distributing the bonus. So with this, your correct answer is C. This reserves will never be used for the distribution of your bonuses. Okay? Let's see the next question. Which among the following is the correct balance sheet equation? A. Assets plus liabilities equal to capital. B. Assets minus liabilities equal to capital. C. Both are correct. D. None of the above. I'm sorry. Sorry for the disturbance. Yeah. So, remember balance sheet equation unit is very important. Okay, though it is very small, but in exams you can for sure can see 4 to 5 marks question from this specific topic, and in exam these kind of questions are also present. Remember, equations are asked in your exam. So the correct answer of your balance sheet equation is what? Asset minus liabilities equal to capital. See, if I show you some balance sheet extract format now, so here we write what? Liabilities and capital. Correct? And on your right side, we write assets. And we do the equal of both the sides. Correct? So if we want to identify what is the amount of capital, what we can do? We can do asset minus liability equal to capital. Yes or no? Hai na? On the other hand, if we want to know the liabilities, so tell me the equation for this. What equation you are going to use for identification of liabilities? We are going to use assets minus capital. Through this, you can find out what is the amount of liability. Now tell me, in this balance sheet, do we use this debit and credit? Tell me, when we form this balance sheet, do we use this debit or credit? Tell me the answer for this. And with this, we can say the correct answer is your option B. And the answer for this debit and credit, we never use this debit and credit when we make the format of balance sheet. Chaliye. With this, let's see the next question. Dash bank that operates without a physical branch network. The banking business is connected entirely online. Option A, omni-channel banking. B, neo-banking. C, the convenience bank. D, all the above. In this, they are asking that we have one of the forms of bank in which we actually operate without any physical branch. Means totally, entirely online we do. What we call that type of banking? Do you know? Option A is omni-channel banking. See, under the omni-channel banking now, we have both the forms. We have physical plus online. So, omni-channel banking is not the correct option. If we see the neo-banking is totally your online banking. This is totally your online banking without any physical form. So the correct answer of this question is your option B, in which you are actually doing your banking business totally online, and we call that type of banking as neo banking. Okay, chali. With this, let's see the next. Or a farmer is considering the new investment, but the accountant is confused which to opt. Project A, the initial investment for purchasing a machine requires 5 lakh, which will give cash flows of 85,000 for next 5 years. B, the initial investment requires 6 lakh, which will give cash flows 1 lakh for next 4 years. Interest rate is 10%. They are not at all giving this interest rate now. Then we would have used the method of payback period. The simplest method, correct? But as soon as they are telling the interest rate, we need to calculate the NPV. Net present value we need to calculate. And net present value says what? Net present value says sum of cash flows minus initial outflow. This is what they use for calculation of NPV. Means in this we need to do the discounting. So let's start with project A. So in this they are saying that initial amount is your 5 lakh, correct? 5 lakh you are investing and you are going to receive 85,000 for next 5 years. You know, in this we are going to use present value annuity factor, that too for 5 years with the rate of 10%. Everyone, please use your calculator for calculating the present value annuity factor. What we do, we use the present value formula, 1 divided by 1.10. Okay? If you press equal to once, this is your first year present value, we will do m plus. Again we press equal to m plus, equal to m plus, equal to m plus, equal to m plus. So we need to calculate it for 5 years. After using equal to m plus for each year, we are going to calculate the total present value annuity factor with the help of MRC. So what we are going to do? We are going to press MRC only once. So with this, we are getting 3.79. This will be multiplied with 85,000 minus 5 lakh. Yes. So 3.79 into 85, you are going to receive 322,150 minus 5 lakh. So with this, you can say that our negative cash flow is what? Our cash flow is negative 177,850 is our negative cash flow. Okay, chaliye. Now let's evaluate the option B. Let's evaluate the option B, project B. We can say now for the project B also, we are going to use the same method. So the amount you are going to receive is 1 lakh for next 4 years. This we need to subtract from the initial inflow, that is, initial outflow, that is 6 lakh. Chali. Again, we are going to use the discounting method. 1 divided by 1.10. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 lakh will be multiplied with 3.17 minus 6 lakh. Tell me the final answer. 1 lakh into 3.16 minus 6 lakh. In this also, you are getting the negative cash flow. Chaliye. So as a rational investor, what you are going to do? See, we say that whenever our NPV is positive, we select that one. Okay? But in case of your negative NPV, we reject. So in this, we can observe under your project A is also negative, your project B is also negative. Correct? So we are going to reject both of them. So the final answer, what they wanted from us, but they counted, confused which to opt. So we are going to say neither of them, because both are giving us negative answer. Okay, chaliye. So this is how we need to calculate the NPV, and this is how we need to compare the different project scenarios. Next, what are the fundamental principles of finance? A. Opportunity cost of money. B. Liquidity and return. C. Reducing assets liability mismatch, hedging. D. All the above. So when we talk about the fundamental principles of finance now, in that we include each of the three things. Opportunity cost of money also, liquidity and return also, and reducing the mismatch in your assets and liabilities also. So the correct option is your option D. Okay? These type of questions can come in exams for 0.5 marks because they are direct questions. You know, in exams we are going to see 1.5, 1, 2 marks questions. So these type of one-liner will be going to come for 0.5 marks. Okay, chaliye. Next. Dash means manipulations of accounts in such a way as to conceal vital facts and present the financial statements in such a way as to show a better position than what actually is. A. Window dressing. B. No fixed standards. C. Solvency. D. Liquidation. In this, they are asking, whenever we are preparing our financial statements, okay, but we are actually not showing the true value, true face of our financial statements. Suppose true face is that we are in loss, but we are manipulating our financial statements and we are showing that no, we are making super profit. Means you are actually manipulating your financial statements so that your stakeholders can be attracted and you can increase your investment. Whenever any company is doing these type of manipulations in their financial statements, we call that thing as window dressing. Okay? We call that thing as a window dressing. So the correct option of this is option A. Chaliye. Let's see the next question. Which one of the following statements about corporate social responsibility is not correct? A. Companies Act 2013 specifies the companies which are required to spend money on CSR. B. CSR spend is totally voluntary and there is no legal requirement to spend money on it. C. Only specified activities are eligible to be covered under corporate social responsibility. D. Companies are required to spend at least 2% of their average net profit on CSR. You know, CSR is a very important topic for our exams. Not only for our exams, but in real life also, we must know that what is CSR. So, under the legal requirements, okay, under the rules and regulations, the law says that whichever is company earning with above threshold limit. So in the law, they've prescribed the limits also, and if your company is in that prescribed limit or above that prescribed limit you are earning, then you need to do something for your society. Correct? That is what social responsibility, because as a company, you want to increase your wealth, so you are trying to deplete the social environment. And you are trying to actually manipulate, you want to take the advantage of the society, but you are avoiding to give them something in return. So in this, what laws are said, we can say what law is saying in this, that you need to give compulsory some amount of your profit. Okay, so this is your legal requirement if you crosses that threshold limit. Let's read the options again, and in this they are asking which is not true. So Companies Act 13 specifies the companies which are required to spend money on CSR. This is a true statement. Okay, if we see the third option, only specified activities are eligible to be covered under CSR. That is also true. A fourth option, companies are required to spend at least 2% of their average net profit on CSR. Again, this is true. Now let's read the third one, B1. CSR spends is totally voluntary and there is no legal requirement. This is totally false. There is a legal requirement. As per Companies Act 2013, if your company is earning above that threshold limit, you need to follow the CSR. Okay, so the correct answer of this question is option B. Chaliye. Now let's see the next question. When fixed payments are required at the beginning of each period, known as what? A. Ordinary annuity. B. Annuity due. C. Present value. D. Future value. In this, we need to calculate that whenever we are making the fixed payments, but these payments are made at the beginning, when we are paying at the beginning of each period. So what we call that payment? We call that payment as annuity due. Okay, what we call, suppose when we pay the rent now, we pay as per annuity due only. So as soon as your month starts, suppose this is your March month, correct? And you pay your rent on these days. For what? For the upcoming month, correct? For the upcoming month, you pay your rent on the first day of that month. So this is what your annuity due. On the other hand, if you are paying or repaying loan, then what we do? We repay at the end of the month. So whenever we are paying at the end of the month, then we call this payment as your ordinary annuity. Correct? And this present value, future value is what? To know the true value, to know the correct value of your amount of your cash flows. For that, we use the present value and future value. Sorry. So if you want to know at the 0th point value that you are receiving in the first year, second year, third year, fourth and fifth year, and whatever the amount you are receiving in this 1 to 5th year, and if you want to know the 0th value of these cash flows, then what we calculate? We calculate the present value. Correct? But if you want to know that what is the correct value that you are going to receive at the end of the 5th year, so for this, we calculate the future value. Okay, so under this, they are asking the annuity due. This is the definition of your annuity due. Chaliye. So with this, we complete our today's session. But remember one thing, that if you want to clear your JAIIB in your first attempt, then you can use our Adda 24/7 site. In that, you can enroll in our Power Pack batches also. In this, if you want to know in detail, somewhat in detail, then you can use our crash courses also. So these crash course is your bilingual crash course. We have English crash course also, because now it's a time not to go concept by concept, but to study smart. For that, you can enroll in our crash courses also. So if you click on this, you can see the 200 hours online live classes. Along with this, we are providing you the test series also. Along with this, we are providing you ebooks also. So for purchasing, you can click on this buy now. As you can see, if you purchase directly without using any special code, you need to pay around 16,000. But if you use this special code, that is Y895, you are going to get the benefit of 77%. Okay, but remember, if you use the app, Adda 24/7 app, you are going to get 1% additional off. And if you purchase the Mahapack, okay, if you purchase Mahapack, in that you are going to get this additional 1% off plus double validity by using only the code, that is Y895. Chaliye. So with this, let's wind up today's session. Thank you everyone for joining. Do like this session and watch this session, because today I have given you so many different kinds of questions on which examiner can test you. Chaliye. So thank you for watching. Again, I would like to request you that if you are a new subscriber, do subscribe to our channel, because now it's a high time to revise your JAIIB syllabus. And this is the only channel which will be providing you, which will be helping you to clear your JAIIB in your first attempt. Thank you everyone.